Hey guys, as The Curse of Oak Island barrels toward its long-awaited Season 12 finale, the sense of anticipation has never been higher. Episode 25, aptly titled Uplifting Discoveries, is set to premiere on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025 at 9 p.m. ET on the History Channel. With winter fast approaching and time slipping away, the Fellowship of the Dig faces a dramatic, high-pressure sprint to the finish line. After a season full of near misses, unexpected finds, and relentless setbacks, could this be the moment fans and treasure hunters alike have waited over a decade to witness? Season 12 has not been an easy ride. Episode 24, Into the Void, painted a picture all too familiar to longtime viewers of the series. Hope followed by disappointment. An old nail on Lot 5 sparked curiosity, only to be forgotten within moments. Debates in the swamp left experts and fans scratching their heads about timelines that span centuries, from the 1600s to the 1900s. A radar blip suggested the presence of a 14-FT vault, but once again, digging revealed nothing. Meanwhile, efforts near the mysterious solution channel yielded a few compelling finds, most notably a chunk of iron believed to be part of an old pickaxe, and a piece of aged wood retrieved just inches from where some believe the original treasure vault resides. A minor shaft collapse served as a stark reminder of the danger this team faces in their quest. Still, the excitement was short-lived as a suspected rock ledge brought operations to another frustrating halt. These moments set a tone of urgency and a thirst for closure, making Uplifting Discoveries more than just another episode. It is the climactic finale where years of labor might finally pay off. What about Episode 25? The official episode description is tantalizingly brief. As winter approaches, the Fellowship is racing against time as they're closer than ever to finding the one thing. That elusive phrase, the one thing, has become symbolic of everything the Lagina brothers and their team have been searching for. Whether it's a vault, a sacred artifact, or confirmation of a historical conspiracy involving the Knights Templar or the Knights of Malta. This episode teases a breakthrough. And it's not just hype. In the sneak preview aired by the History Channel, viewers hear a voice excitedly declare, "Today's the day we find Rick's one thing." The energy is electric. The setting, an airlift operation, perhaps the team's last and most daring method this season. The preview shows a bucket of sediment being pulled from deep underground, followed by a moment of stunned silence as a team member gasps, "You can see that it's hollow. It keeps going in there, and then there's something down at the bottom of that rock. No way." Then comes one of the most striking lines in the teaser. That's a non-ferrous. Look at that. The archinical copper indicates the medieval times. Medieval, baby. This moment cannot be overstated. The identification of non-ferrous material, possibly copper, in such a deep and controlled dig suggests an artifact that not only predates the modern search era, but may predate European colonization. If the composition links the item to medieval craftsmanship as the phrase archinical copper seems to imply, then this could be the strongest evidence yet supporting the theory that ancient organizations like the Templars visited or even operated on Oak Island centuries ago. Even more compelling is the implication that the cavity discovered might continue deeper or house additional items. A hollow chamber buried beneath rock and sediment. That's the stuff of legend, and it aligns with long-standing theories about booby-trapped vaults and engineered flood tunnels designed to protect buried treasure. The timeline is critical. With Nova Scotia's brutal winter looming, excavation efforts are about to be forced to a halt, possibly for months. The frozen ground and treacherous weather conditions make continued digging impossible. That's what makes the timing of this episode so dramatic. It's now or never. Viewers will watch as the Fellowship of the Dig is pushed to their physical and emotional limits. There's a desperation in their movements, but also a surge of hope. The airlift operation represents their final strategy to penetrate the bedrock and recover whatever lies beneath. And if the early footage is to be believed, it may finally be working. The episode isn't just about digging dirt. It is about digging into the heart of a centuries-old mystery, with stakes that are now as personal as they are historical. What makes Uplifting Discoveries potentially the most powerful episode in the series isn't just the hint of a breakthrough, but the emotional resolution it might provide. Rick and Marty Lagina, along with their dedicated crew, have poured their hearts into this expedition. They've sacrificed time, endured heartbreak, and challenged logic for over a decade in pursuit of the unknown. For them, any discovery, be it a coin, a relic, or even a piece of infrastructure untouched by modern tools, could be a vindication of their life's work. And for fans, it could represent a payoff that goes beyond just finding gold. It's about the journey, the camaraderie, the mystery, and the relentless pursuit of truth. If Uplifting Discoveries does indeed present tangible artifacts, especially those traceable to the medieval period, it could redefine not only the Oak Island story but possibly elements of North American history. Could a secret European expedition have reached Nova Scotia centuries before it was officially colonized? Could ancient brotherhoods have buried sacred relics here to protect them from religious persecution or political collapse? That's what makes this episode so intriguing. The uplifting isn't just physical, it's intellectual, spiritual, and cultural. It lifts the veil on a mystery that has captivated imaginations for over 200 years. Adding to the excitement, the team's use of advanced technology plays a pivotal role in this final push. The airlift operation, which involves pumping high-pressure water into boreholes to bring up deep-set materials, allows the team to access previously unreachable depths. This technique, though risky, offers the best chance of extracting fragile artifacts or organic material without causing damage. In episode 25, the footage suggests that this method may have finally yielded something significant, an object or structure that eluded traditional digging and metal detection efforts for years. The mention of hollow space in the preview hints at the possible discovery of a void chamber, or even a vault beneath the rock layer. This is consistent with numerous theories that Oak Island contains engineered rooms or tunnels, possibly booby-trapped or sealed centuries ago to protect their contents. A hollow chamber would not only confirm many long-standing suspicions, but also raise critical questions. Who built it, when, and for what purpose? Such a discovery could validate the work of previous searchers going back to the 1700s. There's also renewed speculation about the involvement of historical secret societies. The mention of medieval copper strongly connects with theories about the Knights Templar, or the Knights of Malta potentially using Oak Island as a hiding place for sacred relics or treasures. If episode 25 uncovers artifacts with European or religious symbolism, it could bolster the theory that Oak Island was more than just a place for pirates or settlers. It might have been a refuge for those safeguarding ancient knowledge or valuables. Another key storyline to watch is the potential return to the garden shaft. In episode 24, the team faced a collapse just inches from a suspected treasure zone. If conditions allow, revisiting that site could yield last-minute surprises. The proximity to aged wood and signs of structural integrity suggests this area may still hold secrets. The finale might see a quick reinforcement of the shaft and one last exploratory dig before operations are forced to pause for the winter. The Fellowship's ability to connect the dots between scattered clues, metal objects, timber remains, radar anomalies, and even historical documents has always been at the heart of the Curse of Oak Island. In Uplifting Discoveries, viewers can expect an intensified effort to synthesize all of this evidence into a clear narrative. The finale will likely feature a war room segment where the team discusses these findings and weighs what they could mean in a broader historical context. These conversations often offer some of the most compelling moments of the series, revealing just how much is still unknown. From an emotional standpoint, this episode is also expected to deliver closure. If not for the mystery itself, then at least for the current chapter of the team's journey. Fans have followed Rick, Marty, and their crew through triumphs and heartbreaks. A hopeful ending, whether it involves a true discovery or just a reaffirmation of their mission, would be a fitting way to wrap up Season 12. And if the clues are strong enough, they could justify a 13th season focused on full excavation and detailed analysis of what they found. Finally, Episode 25 is not just about what lies underground. It's about the human spirit. The Leginas and their team embody persistence, curiosity, and a willingness to challenge conventional history. Uplifting Discoveries is a celebration of those values, and whether they uncover gold, a holy relic, or a centuries-old tool, the real treasure might be the journey itself. This finale reminds us why Oak Island continues to captivate millions, and why the mystery is far from over.